guys, again, welcome to my YouTube channel, and that is Math with Teens. Our topic for today is all about the continuation of proportion, and that is properties of proportion. Okay, so we have properties of proportion. The properties that follow show several ways of rewriting proportions that do not alter the meaning of their values. We have the fundamental rule of proportion, and that is if W is to X is equal to Y is to Z, then W over X is equal to Y over Z, provided that X is not equal to 0 and Z is not equal to 0 also, because that is the denominator. So in properties of proportion, number 1, that we call cross multiplication property. If W over X is equal to Y over Z, then we will multiply the means and the extreme. So our means, extreme is the WZ, and this is WZ, is equal to the means, and that is XY. There, so that WZ is equal to XY, provided that X is not equal to 0 and Z is not equal to 0. So let's have an example. For example, you have 4 over 5 is equal to 8 over 10. How can we know that this is proportion or proportional? So we need to get the product of the means and product of the extreme. It must be equal. So we have the extreme 4 times 10 and the means 5 times 8. So 4 times 10 is 40 and 5 times 8 is 40 also. So they are equal. So meaning they are proportional. Okay, the next property, and we call that alternation property. If W over X is equal to Y over Z, then W over Y is equal to X over Z. So look at this. This is W and this is Y. And it's equal to X. This is X and this is Z. That we call alternation. Provided that X is not equal to 0, Y is not equal to 0, and Z is not equal to 0. Example. 4 over 5 is equal to 8 over 10. This is our example in number 1. So let's write into alternation. So instead of 4 over 5, you will write 4 over 8. So this is 4 over 8 equals, this is 5 and 10, so 5 over 10. When we get the product of the means and extreme, so product of the extreme, 4 times 10, and product of the means is 5 times 8, and they are both 40. So this is correct. That we call alternation property. The third property is inverse property. Inverse, so if W over X is equal to Y over Z, then X over W is equal to Z over Y. So what happened? So this is W and this is X. For this inverse, you need to write W become in the denominator and X in the denominator become in numerator. So we have X over W is equal to Z over y, and that we call inverse property. Provided that w is not equal to 0, x is not equal to 0, y is not equal to 0, and z is not equal to 0 also. Example, the same example for the inverse property. So 4 over 5 is equal to 8 over 10. So how do we write this into inverse? So it becomes 5 over 4, yes, and 10 over 8. So this is now inverse. Then get the product of the means and extreme. Our extreme is 5 times 8, and our means is 4 times 10, and they are both 40. So that we call inverse property. Next, the fourth property is called the addition property. If w over x is equal to y over z, then look at this. W plus x over x, so the same, w plus x over x is equal to y plus z over z. So, nagkaroon ng addition here in the left and in the right side, provided that x is not equal to 0 and z is not equal to 0. For example, so same example, 4 over 5 is equal to 8 over 10. So example is 4 plus 5 over 5 is equal to 8. So this is 8 plus 10 over 10. So we have 9. 4 plus 5 is 9 over 5. Then 8 plus 10 is 18 over 10. Then we need to get the product of the means and extreme. So 9 times 10 is 90. And 18 times 5 is also 90. So they are equal. And that we call addition property. Okay, the fifth property is subtraction property. So what is that? So if w over x is equal to y over z, then w minus x over x, so look at this x here, is equal to y minus z over z. Provided that x is not equal to 0 and z is not equal to 0. Same example, 4 over 5 is equal to 8 over 10. So we have 4 minus 5 over 5 is equal to 8 minus 10 over 10. So what is 4 minus 5? And that is negative 1 over 5. Then 8 minus 10 is negative 2 over 10. So what will be the product of the extreme and means? So, negative 1 times 10, and this is negative 2 times 5. So, the answer is both negative 10. So, they are equal. Okay, guys, that's all for today, the properties of proportion. So, thank you for watching and God bless.